8 is Nelson Mandela Jr. Shot number 21, Chan Gatman. Then shot number 28 is Guy Matuoka Gatadut. Shot number 9 is Diukwanga Hook. Shot number 66, John Males Charles. Shot number 83 is Balola for Team Line Hunters. And lastly, shot number 31, Isaac Alex Kiliona for Team Line Hunters. Gentlemen, just remember, South Africa League is proudly sponsored by MTN, South Sudan, and MTN. They have good things for you. Just come and get them for free at only some small price. Yeah. Home router, the router at only 174,500 SSD. It comes with 50 GB, and also MiFi at only 129,900 SSD that comes with the 30 GB. That's MTN. And remember, MTN everywhere you go. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the two teams. That's JAMUS FC and Lion Hunters FC. JAMUS FC being at home, they are in the concrete maroon with white and silver adults, and then the team Lion Hunters. They are also in the concrete green with the white adults, with also white stockings. That's for team Lion Hunters. Remember,
yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, and we'll be back from the first game, and as a team known as Qatar FC and Olympic FC of rank. Remember, Qatar FC won the game by 3 goals to 1. Taku and Mr. Sebit were one of the goal scorers in that very game. Otherwise, this is now the second game. JAMUS FC will be entertaining Lion Hunters FC of Yei. And it's a game to watch for both sides, and again, it's more for JAMUS because they are actually chasing and they want to be one of the top teams in the Premier League. And for the Lions, definitely the win person to see how they can pick their second win if they can. And again, remember they've got at the moment 4 points. That means, of course, 1 win and probably 1 draw, and that was last time out against Bentiu City. Otherwise, talking about both sides in terms of starting the game, the home side, JAMUS FC, of course, I've got a couple of players here. Remember, Ahmed, of course, Khalid is one of the players. Mr. Icheka, actually Icheka, they are one of the players. Saguma, Victor, Emmanuel, Mr. Bawak Thomas, George Rodrigo, Joseph Malis, Mohamed Adil, Kani Samir, and of course, Samuel Taban and Emmanuel Mako. Emmanuel Mako have not been playing, actually, of course, the MTN Sudan Premier League for a couple of times. And he's here today for JAMUS FC, and good to see him back with JAMUS. That's Mr. Emmanuel Marco, one of the top actually left fullbacks within the country. Well, for the Hunters, definitely there are a couple of players as well here. Well, Isaac, of course, Alex Moses Maker. Don't forget Mr. John Malis Dew Kong, former Almeric FC footballer, and a guy, including Mr. Gatpan. Gatpan had a very good game against Abenti City. And of course, today he's also here for Lion Hunters. Don't forget Nelson Mandela is also in midfield, including Henry Mawa, Victor Sevit, Isaac Friday, and Sebito Henry Mawa, and Sebito. And of course, these are some of the players that have not missed any game for the Hunters since the start of this competition. And of course, these two players actually means probably a lot to the team called Lion Hunters. And of course, on the bench, they've got a couple of players. That's for Lion Hunters. Isaac Bida drops on the bench. Yoroma, of course, Tabel, and David Mota, John Yaba, Emmanuel Kenyi, Luis Latio, Kulang Batit, Gibson, Isaac, Derek, Mambo, Emmanuel, and the Balo are including Mr. Kemis John. The formation is a 4-2-3-1 formation. That's for Lion Hunters FC. And of course, talking about this very game, is a game to watch for both sides. But of course, don't forget that the head coach of Lion Hunters is called Rina Thomas, actually the only female in the competition, who is actually, of course, the head coach of Lion Hunters FC. And of course, the formation is 4 free feeders for JAMUS. Don't forget the referee is James Akiri, and of course assisted by Nelson Peno, the first assistant. And don't forget the second assistant is Peter Michael. Fourth official is Charlton, and referee assessor is of course Mr. Hilal, and match commissioner is Ahmed Abbas. And don't forget general coordinator is Jalal, of course, Abdallah. So that's how it is about this very game. Otherwise, the formation for JAMUS is called 4-2-3-1 of formation. And of course, it's a formation. Actually, for JAMUS is 4-3-3, normal formation. But for the Hunters, is 4-2-3-1 formation. You may think more of defending, and of course, less in the midfield. And again, free. And of course, leaving one of the 4 line, if not a little striker, to see how he can deal with the defenders of JAMUS. Otherwise, the squad of JAMUS are actually back fully, and a couple of players that actually missed out sometimes back in the team. People like Omar Wate, people like Jim Oleo, who had actually an injury against Katoro FC last time out, is already in the squad yesterday at the training, and good to see Mr. Jimmy Oleo back with JAMUS FC. Otherwise, I call my name Alaf Jonathan. Obviously, thank you so very much for choosing, and of course, we're grateful. Remember, this is the MTN South Sudan Premier League. Our first edition is what you're actually watching, and you may think a couple of good things will be coming on your way. What about in the second edition, even the third edition, and looking into the future, all about the MTN South Sudan Premier League. Center referee is definitely Mr. Cree, and he is actually here. And of course, James Cree is still having some few moments before the game starts right away. And that's it. JAMUS FC versus Lion Hunters FC of Yei. This is actually for the first time that these teams are meeting in a very competitive actually game. And of course, Emmanuel almost got something for this team. And that's what we actually first stars have been given to Lion Hunters goalkeeper. And that's really the first involvement of Lion Hunters in terms of goalkeeping. And of course, Sebit is the player, just number 10, operating on the left side for Lion Hunters. And of course, that was Mr. Victor Sebit, former player for Mission FC. And has been one of the young lads in Yei that really graced the game of lately. Samuel Tabani. A touch finds a Bawak. Too high for Mr. George Rodrigo. Remember, Lion Hunters are looking forward to picking a second win if they can. And remember, they had a barren draw against Abenti City. The game ended 0-0. And then I think they really have to see how they can at least continue picking points in the game. Isaac Friday, who is the captain, going deep, headed by Sebito. Finds Mr. Dew, but JAMUS FC are looking forward to settling. Takes it to Mr. Samuel Tabani. Bawek Thomas back to Samuel Tabani. Now Malis Manasi. Well, switching it into the left side of the pitch. And Isaac have to take it away in his territory. Cleared by just number 8 for Lion Hunters. And that's Nelson Mandel. Tabani still. Samir. Back to Tabani. Former Qatar FC and a future star footballer. Malis Manasi, who actually headlined the transfer probably last time out when he moved from Qatar to JAMUS FC for around $10,000. Well, just number 10 is appealing for a handball and he gets it right away. And of course, it will be a free kick to JAMUS FC. It will be the first one for them in this half. And the guy to take is Emmanuel. Don't forget, George is right away, including even Tabani. Just number 26 is wide. That's Mohamed Adil. Taken by, of course, George. Put it away. I remember last time out, Philip actually got an injury for Lion Hunters, and today, one of the players who actually missed out. Remember, just number 31 is Isaac Alex, former footballer for Yei Central. He played for Superstar as well of Bur, and he's here as Mr. Isaac Alex. Now it goes to Dew. Lion Hunters got pan, defended by Bawek Thomas to the goalkeeper. JAMUS FC looks like they are really so much mature, but again, Lion Hunters keeps on doing what they can. It goes to Marco. Malis looks for Bawek Thomas down on the right side of the pitch, but of course, Bawek Thomas have to switch it into the forward line. It will be a goal kick after a touch by Samir. Just number 5 for JAMUS FC, Mr. Gani Samir. And of course, the squad of JAMUS looks more rich actually outside. Majak is one of the players on the bench today, the goalkeeper. And of course, we're talking about South Sudanese goalkeeper as well. For the Bright Star is Majak. He's on the bench for this game. Yaya as well, Levi Daniel, Simon Gudo, Umar Wate, if not Mimi. Then there's also Kisira, Patrick Oleo is also on the bench. Tito Lokir, Michael Marco, another goalkeeper, Johanna Paulino, drops into the bench after captaining JAMUS FC in the last couple of games. And don't forget Marco and Wani Ivanis. I think today most of actually JAMUS FC squad is really back and fully for this very game. Otherwise, the game is at 0-0. JAMUS FC 0, Lion Hunters FC 0. We are within still half time, and of course, this is the M10 South Sudan Premier League. And that's something you have to know that you're watching. I have to say thank you so very much for choosing us as well today. And of course, it's a goal kick, actually an offside, and to be taken by the goalkeeper of Lion Hunters FC. And of course, he's still looking for the right direction to take it. Headed away by Marco Emmanuel. George to Emmanuel, of course, JAMUS FC having a work to be done here. Malis Manasi, a pressure from Dew, Bawek Thomas, Tabani. And of course, the communication between Tabani and Adil did not work. It will be A throw in to Lion Hunters FC, and Alex Isaac will take it. He's one of the veteran actually players in this squad so far. So much experience. That's Mr. Isaac, if not Isaac, Alex. Barek Thomas. So much influence. So without the ball, that's Barek Thomas. And without any doubt, he's one of the fans' favorite. And of course, a giveaway is now Hunters hunting for their first goal. Sebito gives a very cool one. Now missed, of course. That's a cut back. Good save by the goalkeeper. It's a corner kick. Lion Hunters FC, very good goalkeeping from JAMUS number 1. Brilliant goalkeeping, and of course to deny Lion Hunters the lead. It's a corner kick for the Hunters. But of course the ball was given away by the back line, and I think they really regretted it. What can the Hunters pick in this corner kick? Taken very nicely, but of course still probably tapped away by the back line of JAMUS FC. It will be a foul as well. Impressive start for Lion Hunters FC. Well, all about the goalkeeper. Adil depossessed, of course, yet again. What a turn from Henry Mawa. Sebito Victor. Won back by Tabani, but of course, is due goes for a sword. Gets a deflection. Emmanuel, free kick. Kiri says it's a handball. Taken very quickly by JAMUS FC. Adil down on the right. Finds George. George gives it, of course, to Adil. Adil goes down. And of course, center referee points for a penalty. And Hunters are saying how? What a decision. And of course, it will be a penalty. It will be a penalty. According to the look of things, it will be a penalty. Yes, it's a penalty to JAMUS FC. Isaac Friday is not a happy man. Still, of course, pulling rope with Kiri, who is the center referee. JAMUS FC wins a penalty, and of course, yesterday we had a penalty incident as well. Yellow card to the goalkeeper of Lion Hunters, probably for contradicting the scene. That was Mr. Guy. Remember, Guy is the goalkeeper of Hunters, and Abida drops into the bench. The man to take the penalty, just number 26, Mohamed Adil, who was also fouled. Adil versus Guy. Can Guy tap it out? Can Adil score to give JAMUS FC a lead here? It's an open question. And of course, Adil! Goalkeeper actually goes in the wrong direction, and JAMUS leads. And of course, JAMUS FC 1, Lion Hunters FC 0. It's a good start for them. Well, that means they'll have to see. Remember, JAMUS actually have got a new head coach. Of course, they're looking forward to seeing how they can keep settling with him. JAMUS FC 1, Lion Hunters FC 0. Isaac is fouled.
JAMUS FC scored by shot number.
It will be a free kick, and Isaac will take it.
It's now 1-0 of JAMUS FC.
Marco. Hunters keeps on pressing. The wins are throw-in. And of course, into the edge of the box. And Victor Sebit could not find that one easily. Adil goes for a long one. I think his aim was checking for Ahmed Khalid. That's number 29. Remember, today there are a couple of actually international players who are part of JAMUS FC in this game especially. And most of them are today in the starting 11. That's for JAMUS. JAMUS FC 1, Lion Hunters FC 0. Another danger is on the way for the Hunters, tapped out by Mr. Isaac. He's called Isaac Friday, former Reconcile FC footballer. Tabani now finds Barrick Thomas. Barrick Thomas gives it, of course, to Adil, the goal scorer, into the middle. Finds Emmanuel and protected very well by that's Mr. Adil. Barrick Thomas yet again. It goes to Malis now, Manasi. And of course, JAMUS are enjoying Marco Emmanuel down on the left to be a throw into Lion Hunters FC. Taking it quickly. Just number 2 thought he's fouled, but of course, since the referee did not actually have a second thought, that's Mr. Diarra. Remember, today Diarra partners does Samuel Tabani in heart of defense, and Kisira, if not Kisra, Ahmed Kisra drops into the bench. And of course, remember, JAMUS have been rotating their squad in most of the cases, especially in the MTN South Sudan Premier League. Different 11 every game. And that's what they have been doing. They're making progress down here at the final third. Barrick Thomas, Tabani, Emmanuel. And of course, Emmanuel looking for a space, finds Barrick Thomas. The delivery is good. Tapped away by a guy, the goalkeeper of Lion Hunters. It goes on to Emmanuel Marco. And finds Khalid. Khalid with a very good turn. Wins definitely a free kick. And the second yellow card of the game is already out. Of course, the center referee is going to be giving it to. But of course, just number 2 is actually appealing for his own foul initially. And I think he wasn't a happy man. And that's Mr. Ichaka, actually Diarra. Well, it will be a free kick to JAMUS, and we're looking forward to adding into what they have already got. Remember, Adil have scored, of course, the first goal for JAMUS FC. That's Mohamed Adil from the spot after same player was fouled in the forbidden area. Barrick Thomas seems to be the man to take this very responsibility to take, of course, the free kick. But of course, the wall is formed. But Kiriz is still controlling, taken by Barrick Thomas. Taps into, of course, the wall. And a low shot. Well, defended perfectly by Isaac. Tabani. Now Manas is actually down onto the central defense role. It goes to Samir. Free kick yet again. And I think Kiri was aware of that, especially after just number 8. That's Mr. Nelson actually pulled one of the forwards for JAMUS. To be another free kick. JAMUS FC. Actually, Hunters in the last 5 minutes already, I think they have lost the concentration, especially, and they could see that they already, of course, conceding more fouls, and it brings more problems. But don't forget, JAMUS are the team leading by a goal to nil. They scored a goal, well, on the spot kick by Adil. They've got a free kick here. Tapped in, and I think taken out by Friday. That's Isaac. Very good work done by him, by the way, but of course, is now Hunters making progress down to Dio. Dio beating 2-3, turning people right and left. Be possessed by Samir. Marco. Down to the left is Mr. Mohammed. And of course, Ahmed Khalid Rada. The chances here, the spaces are wide. It goes too much, and that's from Mohammed Adil. Remember, a couple of actual players misses this game, like Hamida for JAMUS FC, even Goa Kwani. Madit, of course, Mayor is actually also out due to a discomfort. Don't forget, this is one of the players that are not part of the team, including even Felix, who scored a goal on his debut last time out. For Hunters, number of players like Dennis Bida is not part of the squad, and Mr. Philip Lado, who got an injury last time out. Don't forget Samuel Lemi Bosco is also missing out. Even Butu's attack. Awan Kawach got an injury last time out, and he's not part of the team today for Hunters. Don't forget Lewis as well. These are the players that are actually out for this team, known as Lion Hunters FC. But on the bench, there are a couple of players like Isaac Buda, Yoroma Taban, David, of course, Angota, John Yaba, Emmanuel Kenyi, Luisa Latio, Kulang, of course, Abitit, Gibson, Isaac Derrick, Mambo Emmanuel Bauer, and Kemis John. These are the players for Lion Hunters who are actually on the bench. And for JAMUS FC, Majak. We're talking about the Brest goalkeeper is on the bench. Yaya, Levi Daniel, Simon Gudo, Umar Luate, Mimisco, Kisida, Patrick Oleyo, Tito Lokir, Michael, of course, Marco, Johanna Paulino, Marco as well, and one Ivanis. These are the players who may bring the fortunes, more fortunes actually on the bench for JAMUS FC. Otherwise, the game is 1-0, and the team leading is JAMUS FC. Of course, they are the ones leading. Sebito finds Isaac Friday. Isaac Friday, of course, gives it to just number 78. And that's the Hunter still making a very good movement here. It goes out, and it will be a throw into them. I think they just have to keep on believing and working hard. You never know what they can pull at the end of the day. Another throw in taken by Sebito. Sebit cleared by the back line of JAMUS FC to George. George looks for support. Emmanuel down to Adil Mohammed. He has got the space, and of course Isaac is here. Adil delivers. Dangerous ball from Adil, but of course it went direct to the goalkeeper, and that's Guy. Hunters, of course, down on the left. What a pass to Sebit. Sebit, Victor! Perfect shot from Sebit, of course, and Victor tapped out by the goalkeeper. And he's asking his defenders, what's the problem? Corner kick to Lion Hunters FC of Yei. We'll have to see how they can respond if they can. But the shot was actually placed perfectly by Victor Sebit. A chance, but of course it finds no green. Now danger for the Hunters. Samir, of course, goes a bit wide. Adil looking for support. Finds Mr. George down on the right side of the pitch. And of course, a final third. He goes for a delivery. And a header from Mr. Adil right there. It will be anyway a goal kick. JAMUS FC 1, Lion Hunters FC 0. Don't forget, we're still within half time of this very game. Isaac Friday to just number 88. Still Hunters recovered easily by JAMUS FC. Bauk Thomas. Good body language from Bauk Thomas. He takes it to Tabani. Emmanuel have to support. Bauk Thomas almost gives it away. A very dangerous one for the goalkeeper. Offside to be a free kick to Hunters, but of course the goalkeeper for JAMUS is still having a bit of pain, and he's lying down. I think he needs a treatment, and that's what at the moment is happening. Remember, also both sides are taking this as a chance to at least have a bit of water and to make sure they go a little bit fresh into the game. Don't forget, the game is 1-0 to JAMUS FC. And this is still the halftime water break as well. Because JAMUS today have made a couple of changes, couple of them in this starting 11. And all about the new coach coming up with his own strategy and a winning team if he can. The same to Hunters has a guy is in goal, and Isaac Bida drops into the bench. Isaac Bida have been actually a very versatile player for Hunters, and in this game he is on the bench. Water break is over. Taken by Isaac Alex. The idea is looking for, but can still Hunters into the middle, but again recovered by JAMUS FC. Very good work by Victor Sebit, but energy level was a problem anyway. Packed out easily by the fullback, and he knows why, because he may want his teammates to drop deep and have a piece of help. Emmanuel, Thomas, back to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, of course, with a low effort. What a turn from Dew. Dew is fouled. Remember, Dew actually won a couple of trophies with Al-Meriki FC for Bentiu before. He was actually released anyway by the Bentiu side. And of course, today he's playing more in the midfield than his usual actually position, and that's as a wide player. That's Mr. Dew Kong. He's a fantastic player, and whenever the team is on shape, he always makes differences. Diarra to Tabani. Emmanuel with a simple touch. Bauk Thomas, and of course, Bauk Thomas goes for George. George looking for support, and he finds Emmanuel back to George. George goes for a crossing, and tapped away by Guy. Hit away by Mr. Dew. Mawa Henry now. Mawa Henry, of course, are still having a moment here. And too much for Sebito. It was a very good play from Mawa Henry. Remember, Mawa Henry have started at least all the games. Actually, every game that the Hunters have played so far in the competition. Mawa Henry have not missed. This is so far their 7-1. And they have actually won one game, and that was against Youngsters FC for Torit. Of course, they picked a draw against Adventi City. The rest has actually been losses. Lion Hunters, and I think Rina will see how she can probably get her team back on track. Good defending from the back line. Isaac now, Alex. Tabani also defends well, but of course a foul on due to the free kick to Lion Hunters FC. And that due is still feeling a little bit of serious pain. And then the medical team of the Hunters will have to go and find out how they can probably get him back on track. In case of just joined the game, remember JAMUS FC 1, Lion Hunters FC 0, and we're still within half period. The game looks like a game that won't be producing more goals, but trust me, some games can change also at any moment. So at the end of the day, you never know. But the game is 1-0 to JAMUS FC in case you have just joined. Well, as on our YouTube channel, is a throw into Lion Hunters FC, and Dio is getting back after receiving the treatment. This time around to be a throw into JAMUS FC, who are looking for their second goal in the competition. Samir, nice flick from, and of course does the left actually winger Ahmed Khalid. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case to be a throw into Lion Hunters FC. Taken, of course, back by Diarra. Cleared by the back line of Lion Hunters. Malis Manasi rotating. Now Tabani finds Emmanuel. Emmanuel, of course, finds Adil. Adil have to chase it. But they have to collide with the back, right back, actually left back, actually. And a bit of a blunder from Sebito. But Isaac rescued. That's Isaac Friday to be a throw into JAMUS instead of a corner. I think it was a good play from Isaac Friday, stepping up for his teammate. Malis drops it back. Samuel Tabani Diarra back to Malis Manase, almost depossessed. Of course, succeeding eventually. He goes wide. Now is Samir. Actually, Marco. Free kick to JAMUS FC. After just number 29, Mr. Ahmed Khalid is brought down. This will be their third free kick. The same position, if not second, in the game so far. Let's wait and see who is going to deliver this one. But it seems like Emmanuel will really see how he can convert the free kick into a goal. But of course, can he go for a direct one, or he will probably assist? George is ready in the 18-yard box, including even Mr. Adil, even Samir, Khalid, and just number 2, Mr. Diarra, delivered by Emmanuel to the goalkeeper, Mr. Guy, blocked by just number 2. I think this is really yellow card to Diarra. Yellow card, of course, pulled out by Mr. Kiri. The center referee to Diarra after provoking a guy, especially protecting him from restarting the game. Don't forget that JAMUS FC, of course, are the team leading by a goal to nil, and Linehunters FC are down here yet again. Friday into the middle, looking for Dio, supported by his teammate. Takes it forward. A tap from Henry, but again, goalkeeper is involved. Remember today, JAMUS FC tried to make actually progress down on the left. Due recovered by JAMUS FC. Emmanuel, of course, gives it to Adil. Adil have to drive it probably forward, but Thomas is the player for JAMUS, still having what to do for the pro from him this time around. An impact of pressure. And Isaac will take the responsibility for the throw-in from EA Central and the Superstar FC Bor player. Dio recovered by Malis Manasi. Free kick. Given has advantage, but of course, Victor is here to make a progress for the Hunters. Well, I think supporters are not happy with the center referee because he initially gave an advantage, and then bringing the play back is what seems like is not actually going right with the supporters. It will be a free kick, Linehunters FC. Well, today, actually, Mr. Gatpan is a bit quiet. Hunters, unlikely against a Benty City where he was actually on song. That's Mr. Gatpan, but he's actually changing his boots. You never know. That might be the problem. Good turn. Free kick to Hunters yet again. Isaac is, of course, having a chat with the referee, Kiri. Of course, there's a smile on the face of the center referee. That's Mr. Kiri. He's called James Kiri. Isaac Friday takes back to Guy. Guy looking for the right person to take. And he goes into the midfield with Dio. He controls it, but failing, winning it as well. Poor ball from Dio to be a throw-in to JAMUS FC. JAMUS FC are the team leading by a goal to 0. Right now, as we talk, now is Diarra who is booked for provoking the goalkeeper for Linehunters. Still Diarra. Today the squad of JAMUS is full of international players. And of course, the players are playing their game in South Sudan. JAMUS FC have been actually one of the sides that in most cases have been bringing players from abroad, from DRC, from Rwanda, from Central African Republic. And, they know what it means. Barrett Thomas. Well, a clever flick from Isaac. It will be a throw in yet again for JAMUS. And Isaac Friday is now here. He takes it out. Another throw in. Barrett Thomas will take it as well. George, of course, beating Isaac, beating, of course, the second player. Is a free kick to JAMUS. Isaac is frustrated. Isaac Friday, the captain. And Ivan Isaac also. If not Isaac Alex. These are probably all his names. He's the lefty fullback today for Lion Hunters, playing for the first time in the MTN South Sudan Premier League. One of the players that actually the Hunters have signed off recently into the team to add more experienced players and in order to compete vitally. It's a free kick taken by Samir, tapped away by the goalkeeper, and does Mr. Guy. Friday. Gadpan. Emmanuel takes it to the goalkeeper. And the JAMUS FC are building from the back. Yet again. Good play from Samir. But again, a wise one from Isaac. Another throw in for Lion Hunters FC. The game is 1-0 to JAMUS FC. We are still within the half time. Very poor from Isaac, has Bark Thomas. And Bark Thomas playing 1-2 alongside Samir. Samir goes to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, of course, are looking for the left winger, and does Mr. Khalid. Khalid beating one, of course, are looking for the space. Go for the shot! Too high, but a very good IQ from him. That's Mr. Khalid. Ahmed Khalid. To be a goal kick to Lion Hunters FC. I think midfield-wise, the Hunters will have to see how they can at least, because Maurice Manasseh is at the moment in control, and, including Samir, even Emmanuel. So you may think the Hunters will have to do something in midfield to ensure that JAMUS FC keeps quiet in the game. This time around to be a throw-in to JAMUS FC. Bark Thomas takes it easily, and I think there's a complaint from the linesman, especially in terms of taking the throw-in, and Bark Thomas have to repeat it. George. Free kick to the Hunters. Isaac looking for Garpan. Sebito losing eventually is now Khalid. Khalid looking for support, finds Emmanuel. Emmanuel takes it back to Marco. Marco to Manasseh. Manasseh back to Marco. And it's now Samuel Taban. He takes it forward, but poor one. You can find a guy who is the goalkeeper of Lion Hunters FC. A long one from him, and finds the hero of the goalkeeper. Actually, I mean, that was Mr. Samuel Tabani. Bark Thomas, Samir, Adil, beating, of course, Isaac. Looking for a space, driving still, but again, now goes to Khalid, down on the left side of the pitch. Khalid, it will be a throw-in for the Hunters. Marco have to bring it back into the midfield, but of course, Samir is here. And the duo, now Victor. Good play from him to Isaac. Hunters building from the back. Good play from them. Isaac still feeling like to drive. Switching it into the forward line is where Samuel Tabani, of course, hits it away. Dew, very poor from Dew yet again for the second time. Dio is frustrated because for the second time he takes the ball away, especially after feeling like he's checking. Now Diarra, Marco, who is the captain of the team today. Last time it actually has been Johanna Paulino. Tabani to Barrick Thomas. Barrick Thomas takes it, of course, forward. Offside. George is offside. And JAMUS will see how they can at least go for it again. Remember, JAMUS have not been scoring much goals like in this competition, like what people anticipated initially. And in-state Alimeriki FC of Bentiu have been doing that. The chances here for the Hunters. Kept away by the goalkeeper yet again. They should have probably equalized actually. But yet again, a very good goalkeeping. Remember, actually, JAMUS have got a couple of goalkeepers that in the team, and they may think the competition is really high. You can talk about Mr. Michael Marco, another goalkeeper that you may think about. What about Majak? I think there's also Marco. In terms of goalkeeping, JAMUS are good to go, but the competition is absolutely very high. So that means if you're given the minutes, you have to see how you can utilize them, very well. Otherwise, Umar Lotte is still looking for his first start in the competition, especially in the M10 South Sudan Premier League, because they were the darlings, especially when JAMUS FC won the Juba Local Football Association South Sudan Cup. And I think they will not have a rest, surely, because they've been posted to take part in the National South Sudan Cup. That's surely, if not in March and then April. And I think they may not think of resting. That's JAMUS FC. But of course, back to the business. Samir is still receiving probably statements from the head coach. But he's back. Samir looked it to Adil, and it finds Dio. Dio goes wide. Gadpan, but still Dio is down. Gadpan 1-on-1. He possessed by Emmanuel. It's George. George goes wide. The space is big for Adil to make a decision. Adil drives into the box. Adil, of course, is still having a very crucial one. And cleared by Isaac. It will be a throw-in to JAMUS FC. Taken by Bawek. Too much from Manasi. He thought he's a bit fouled. 3 minutes into the first 45 minutes. That's one thing you should know. Victor Sebit won back by Barrick Thomas. Samir goes wide. Now Marco is in midfield. He goes for a shot. And it's something too soft for Guy. Garpan. Nice looking. Now is Victor. Still defended very well by Diarra. Barrick Thomas. Isaac. Handball, and it will be a free kick to Lion Hunters FC. Dio delivers from that and finds the head of Marco. Mar Henry supports Sebit. Sebit actually pulled at least the ball, but again, goalkeeper benefits from it eventually. The other is telling his players to pull down. That was Mr. Diarra. Very dangerous one, and George is in the forbidden area. Goalkeeper got a bit of a tap from George, especially in the process of running, and of course, Guy is the player, the goalkeeper of Lion Hunters. He's having some complaints. I think he's fine. He's okay. He's good to go. Victor. Isaac now for Lion Hunters. Back to Victor, recovered by JAMUS FC. Is Adil beating, of course, one. Goes down, free kick to JAMUS FC. We're inside the 3 minutes already. That's into the first 45. And JAMUS are the team leading by a goal to 0. Diarra. Marco. Khalid. To Emmanuel, but of course, blocked by the Hunters. Is a throw into JAMUS FC. Taken by Marco to Emmanuel, finds Khalid, the space is wide, gives it to the midfield, but of course that's Malisi Manasi and Barry Thomas have to help. Now Adil Mohammed, Samir, beating one, beating two, looking for the space, blocked by Isaac, cleared by Sebito Sebit. And that's it, but of course half time is over. Remember, Adil's goal is the only difference for this game. Mohammed Adil scored actually from the spot after he was brought down in the forbidden area, and he took the penalty softly. Halftime, JAMUS FC 1, Lion Hunters FC 0. Thank you. We'll be back with the second half. Call my name, Alafi Jonathan.
Thank you so much for coming to Juba National Stadium, and thank you so much for supporting Saswa Premier League, and also thank you so much for supporting MTA. MTA Level Group is the sponsor of the first edition of Saswa Premier League. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to a break and we come back with us.
I want 500 you cannot buy. I to buy for me and myself. How I do? Yeah, the other one which you posted on yeah. If the link is there, if you have upload, share with me so that I share with Sabi. So that you know, I saw it. Okay, if you upload into our YouTube, share it with me.
closer. George goes down. River gives advantage. Is a deal. George into the forbidden area, but a closer played by the guy. All of us. Instinct is here. Red card. That's number 30. JAMUS FC are down to 10 men. One of the players of Manhattan was the Victor. Indeed, he regrets the decision. I think the tackling is not really wrong because as the goalkeeper blocking, I think it's blocking the player. I mean, blocking the goalkeeper from the starting game. very, very vital goal here. Isaac passes. Isaac takes to my check and he scores. Lion Hunters FC are back on their level. 1-1. Celebration is they look excited. JAMUS FC 1, Lion Hunters FC 1. JAMUS are prepared to bring two players because Simon Kudo alongside Johanna Paul receive. Two players are prepared to come in. Played by the goal scorer. I think Team going back. Emmanuel is one of the players who is going to come. Of course, we have to wait until the ball gets out. We're back to business. And this one, 961. And 900 becomes the first team to beat Jamus in the competition. Already, the Dr. Abdi, Jamus and Ecuador, yet to lose a single game in the competition. Marco takes it to Emmanuel. Emmanuel Cruz takes it forward, but Cruz recovered by Isaac. Diarra. Malis Manasi. Good play from Henry. One by Jamus. Diarra goes a bit wide. Barry Thomas is the player. Barry Thomas looking for our space. And finds Mr. George. Back to Barry Thomas. Barry Thomas goes for delivery. Emmanuel cleared by Lion Hunters. Marco responds from the rebound too much. It's a goal kick. Is the time for the substitution in the pitch. The ball is not yet out of the goalkeeper. Guy is also wasting his own time because he needs for Johanna to have to wait. Marco Emmanuel. Marco still with the ball. Took work from him. Deal. Down to the left side of the pitch, goes up by Jack. Is involved. That puts it very, very big to Barry Thomas. Jamus are not actually minded of the red card at all. So the press up. Is Manasi, Emmanuel. With real support. See the ball driving. Back to Malis. Back to Emmanuel. Throw it to Manasi. Very, very quickly. Taken away by Tabani. And of course, just number 9 have got a chance here. He tries to control himself, but again, Marco wins a goal kick. Tabani. Diarra. Still Diarra with the ball. He was booked at halftime after a provoking issue. Recovered by JAMUS FC. Simon involved for the first time. And of course, down to the right with Adil. But Thomas have to deliver, but blocked by the back line. Throw into the Hunters. And there are a bit of some worries because one of the Hunters, a player, is at the moment down. Medical team of Hunters is being called to go and find out what is the problem. But in case of just joined us, remember, JAMUS FC 1, Lion Hunters FC 1. It's a very shocking probably scoreline that many people don't respect. But that's why they call it football. Remember yesterday, Milikia also played with 10 men against Korean FC after Mr. Mobile Oman was given a second yellow card. So that means that week 7 is having its own moments here. But of course, JAMUS are making a progress down into the forbidden area. And of course, tries it. And Lion Hunter scores an own goal. Sebito scores an own goal. That's a Sebito. JAMUS FC takes the lead in style. Disaster for Hunters. Adil again involved for the second time with a very powerful delivery from him. That's Mr. Adil, Mohamed Adil. This is actually his first game in terms of starting, and JAMUS FC takes the lead now. JAMUS FC 2, Hunters 1. Really, of course, a tussling here. Dio, Samir, Simon to the wide area. Too much for Bayo Thomas. It will be a throw into Lion Hunters FC. The game is 2-1 to JAMUS. Moses finds Isaac. Back to Moses. Maker goes to Alex Isaac. Simon is giving a little pressure here into the midfield. Nice play. And of course, Majak colliding with Mr. Marco. And Marco finally clears it. Johanna Paulino Sisi controls it very well. And then finds Malis Manasi. Malis goes wide. Finds Barik Thomas. Barik Thomas looking for Adil. Adil, of course, to Simon. Simon flicking it but failing. Hunters controls it once again. Hunters trying to settle into the midfield. Maker, if not Moses. And of course, Adil is the player lying down. Center referee have not actually seen yet. Johanna Paulino Sisi with the ball. Finally, the ball have to be put on hold as Mohamed Adil is the player who is going to be receiving treatment. The game is 2-1 to JAMUS FC of Juba. But of course, Sebit scored the own goal. And I think the Hunters have not enjoyed the red card probably in terms of impact because JAMUS are so much determined and they really want to see how they can at least get a goal even with a red card, and that's why it didn't actually last. So they are now ahead after a very nice play done by Adil Mohamed, who is at the moment probably going to be carried away by the medical team because of an injury. He has been doing well in terms of actually deliveries and also scored. He scored on the spot kick, and he flicked that very ball, and it was actually scored by Sebi Sebito as an own goal. He's going out, and it seems like Tito Lokir is the player who's going to be coming on, including one player as well, and that's Umar Luate. Umar Luate and Lokiri Tito are the players who are going to be coming on for JAMUS FC. Umar Luate will be a familiar face to Lion Hunters because he played most of his football in Yei for Dreams FC, and before coming to Juba to join Amarat United sometimes back, and before switching to JAMUS FC. So Umar Luate coming for this game. Surely he will not be. And a very good play from Johanna Paulino. And the Hunters wins it back. Really fight from the midfield for JAMUS FC. Malis Manasi takes it to Simon Gudo. Derek Thomas reaches there fast. Thomas back to Simon. Simon to Malis Manasi. Malis Manasi is still looking for somebody, and that's about Thomas. Thomas still looking like he really wants to drive. Simon. Malis Manasi for JAMUS FC. JAMUS are in control. Diarra. And Samir. Johanna Paulino CC into the midfield with Malis Manasi. Still Malis Manasi takes it back and does to Tabani. Former Qatar FC and future star academy player. Baruch Thomas is pointing to his right. Samir, possessed by Hunters. Dio wins it. He also lost it eventually. And Baruch Thomas is down on the right to make a delivery. He still goes for it, tries to do his own things, but of course I hear that from Johanna Paulino, and it goes wide. Omar Luate is coming on for Adil, who's injured. I think Adil is the player who's off. And Tito Loki will have to see what he can do, including Samir. Omar Luate, this is actually his second game in the competition. That's Omar Luate. And he is one of the assist kings, by the way, when we talk about South Sudan. Now Malis Manasi takes it forward, and it got a flick again from but who is determined to win it back. Henry Mawa poorly from him, recovered by Baruch Thomas. Lokiri with the first touch after coming on. Baruch Thomas still. Baruch Thomas, nice pressure from Victor. Goes to Tabani, and is Majak now. Diarra back to Majak. Diarra is telling their teammates to settle. Too high from Majak to be a throw into Hunters. Remember, JAMUS FC 2, Lion Hunters FC 1. Taken by Sebito, who scored actually the own goal right there. Omar Luate involved for the first time. Johanna Paulino down on the left, and of course flicking, but could not go past Mr. Sebit. Hunters going for it again. Diarra involved. Recovered by Dio, and finds that number 9. Going forward easily, defended by Marco, if not Marco Emmanuel. Very good play from him. Malis Manasi, Diarra, Simon, back to Diarra, and taken into probably forward by Mr. Diarra. Gian is asking guys to come closer. The head coach of JAMUS FC. Remember, this is actually his first game after replacing Andrew Casa. Marco. Johanna Paulino still waiting, but of course recovered very well by Hunters. Now they are making a progress down on in midfield actually. Omar Luate to Marco. Marco Emmanuel is going for Baruch Thomas. Baruch Thomas, what a chase from him. Cool play from him, and does Lokir now down on the right. Lokir, of course, for JAMUS FC. Won by Isaac. That's Alex. Dio. Poor from Dio. Marco. Diarra. Malis Manasi. Back to Diarra. A loose ball. And he got a support from Mr. Marco Emmanuel. Umar Ruate now. Giving a cool one to Johanna Paulino CC. Packing, of course, Sebito, but of course, dropping it into the danger zone. But again, won by Hunters. Dio takes it, of course, to the far line. A couple of guys to chase, including Mr. Mawa Henry. But Majak succeeds with it easily. That's Mr. Majak Mawit. Malis Manasi, former Katore FC footballer. Derek Thomas finds that. And he takes it to the far line looking for Johanna Paulino CC. Johanna actually breaking from his wing. JAMUS FC are into the final third of the pitch. Now it goes to Johanna Paulino. This time around he's on the right. Flicking, but again, he thought he's fouled. The linesman have not considered anything. Too much for Victor Sebi to chase it. To be a throw in to JAMUS FC, who are leading by 2-1. Omar Luate is telling Johanna Paulino to be so much mentor. But Thomas will take the responsibility of the throw-in. Finds Tabani to Diarra. Diarra takes it on to the far line. Couple of guys to chase, like Johanna Paulino CC. Good play from Isaac Friday to be thrown to JAMUS FC. JAMUS FC are not feeling any impact of the red card. Remember, they are playing with 10 players now after the goalkeeper. I'm talking about, that's Mr. Sakuma Victor was given the red card. Lokir Tito, good play from him. And finds Johanna Paulino CC driving. That's danger for the striker, for the defender. It goes to Johanna Paulino CC. Looking for support, but it seems like he finds Umar Luate. Umar Luate to Marco, back to Umar. Umar Luate Minisco, very poor from him. And Diarra will have to chase this one to Majak Mawet. Majak with a good pass. Fast touch. Perfect from Bawek Thomas. Lokir is racing down on the right. Goes for the delivery. Finds, of course, no one. And Hunters briefs again. Sebito. Throw into line Hunters FC. They are preparing to bring 2 players. Just the number 12. Those are the Hunters. I'm talking about Mr. Yoroma Taban and the number 16, Emmanuel Kenyi. Emmanuel Kenyi and Yoroma Taban are the players who are going to come on for Lion Hunters FC of Ye. Simon playing it back to Taban. Malis Manasi. He's having a very good game, by the way, today. Malis Manasi, especially since half-time. And he has been making a really progress down in midfield. Johanna Paulino CC. Jamusa in control. He goes wide. Good play from Malis Manasi. Lokir delivers to Umar Luate, but of course too much for Umar Luate to take it. Just number 18 is coming off for Lion Hunters FC. And he's a bit frustrated. And of course, does Sebito is the player who's actually coming off. He's not happy though.
والله رقم 16 اهداف الشوط الثاني ما زالت النتيجه تشير الى تقدم الجاموس
JAMUS FC 2, Lion Hunters FC 1. First touch by Anthony to Isaac. Now Moses Makia. Too much to be thrown into JAMUS FC. JAMUS 2, Hunters 1. Tabani. Majak. Having his own things to be done in his own territory. That's Majak. Now Marco Emmanuel. Johanna Paulino is offside. And it is going to be a free kick to Lion Hunters FC. Because the guy will be the guy to take it. Headed away by Marco. Yoroma involved, and it goes to Isaac Friday, Moses Makia. The still Hunters having something to be done here in terms of settling. Maker to the wide area. And one back by JAMUS. Now Tito. Simon back to Tito, but blocked by the Hunters. Umar Wate with a cool one. Recovered by Anthony. Victor Sebit now. For Lion Hunters. What a turn for Yoroma. Free kick to Lion Hunters FC. Yeah, that's actually what Kiri have seen. Dew. Isaac back to Dew. Dew goes to the wide area. Anthony have got into actually going past Marco. Anthony delivers. Good play from Diarra, and it will be a corner kick to Lion Hunters FC. And of course, Emmanuel Marco is the player who is going to be receiving treatment after a knock by Anthony. But remember, it's a corner kick to Lion Hunters FC, and they will have to see how they can defend us, JAMUS FC. And Emmanuel Marco is complaining to Kiri. He thought he was fouled. But remember, it's a corner kick to Hunters. But of course, can they score from here? They have not been scoring from corner kicks probably in the competition so far. But can they pull the goal here against JAMUS FC Juba Powerhouse? A good one, but too much from Victor Sebit to be a goal kick. And there's a concern from probably from Diarra. He's complaining about the net, but I think center referee said continue with the play. Emmanuel Marco is back into the pitch, and of course Simon. Good play to Umar Wate to tap it in, but of course blocked by Isaac. Really body language from Isaac Friday. Bawek Thomas, Lokir Tito, back to Bawek. Bawek looking for another player, and that's Mr. Samuel Taban. Back to Bawek, Samuel. This time around to the goalkeeper, Majak. And Victor Sebit is giving pressure here. Majak goes for a long one. He finds no JAMUS FC player, and instead the area is green. Guy is looking for the right person to take the ball, but of course he's now out of his area. Lukir Tito racing down on the right. But I think his pass was a bit poor to Simon. It's Guy. Isaac Friday. Anthony. Blocked by Johanna. It will be a throw into JAMUS FC, who are leading by 2-1. Malisi Manasi, Marco Emmanuel, Omar Luate, depossessed. Diarra. What a pass from Diarra. Johanna is appealing for a handball, but the referee says continue. Hunters are actually having a pressure here in terms of giving JAMUS FC. Malisi Manasi, Thomas. Throw into Line Hunters FC. JAMUS FC 2, Hunters 1. Now it's time for Victor Sebit. Very poor first touch. Malisi Manasi, Johanna Paulino. Nice pass offside, Lukir Tito. I think the call is right. And again, what a pass from Johanna Paulino CC. And of course, the guy is telling the players to go into the forbidden area. And that's the goalkeeper of Hunters. Headed away by Diarra. Now is Johanna Paulino CC, feeling like going past Isaac. Good defending from Isaac. It's a good one, blocking CC's way. It feels like he's just having a real pain. The player down, there's Isaac. In case you have just joined us, JAMUS FC 2, Lion Hunters FC 1. But don't forget, JAMUS are playing with the 10 men after goalkeeper Victor was given a direct red card, so he said to miss a couple of games, maybe 3. And don't forget, earlier today, Qatar FC were able to beat Olympic FC of Rank by 3-1. Don't forget, of course, Sebit scored a penalty, and Taku Michael was also one of the goal scorers for that game. It ended 3-1. Qatar FC, and currently the team, and they are at the top. That's Qatar FC, the Liberans, and the Suali. Nicholas alongside Kayanga John, and the guys smiling. Those are the head coaches of Qatar FC. Nicholas is the head coach, and Kayanga John is the assistant. Of course, Isaac is feeling well. He's driving his team ahead. Thomas for JAMUS now. Simon to chase. Simon Archer reaches there first, delivers, and of course, Johanna Paulino. And of course, failing to hit it. That's Mr. Guy. Hunters wins it back. Johanna should have actually scored and probably made it free for JAMUS FC. But Hunters are now here making a progress down on the left. Playing wide. Victor Sebit. Victor delivers. Dangerous ball to Majak. And Henry Mawa needs treatment. It's a real head collision between Majak and Henry Mawa. Of course, medical team We have to find that it was a collision. Head coach Rina, I think, will really be a little bit frustrated because considering the fact that JAMUS FC are playing with 10 men and also getting a goal in the process. But of course, Henry Mawa is fine, he's good. Actually, Henry have been one of the brilliant performance for Hunters. I think he has scored 3 goals to his name in the competition. Majak is also gradually getting back. Much as he's feeling a pain. This is his first involvement in the MTN South Sudan Premier League. Just number 47 is the player coming on for Hunters. Just number 47 involved now for Lion Hunters FC. Majak is okay. 43 is preparing 6 added minutes, and the guy needs his team to at least get a goal. Because you may think 6 minutes are the ones that will be added into the second 45. Otherwise, JAMUS FC 2, Lion Hunters FC 1. And that's it, 6 minutes of added time in the 7:45 are already ODOC. Not, of course, watching. Now, Hunters, can they pick a goal here? Said recovered by Johanna Paulino CC. Johanna beating this amount Isaac. Of course, Isaac looks very hard. Taken away. Very good defending from Isaac Friday, by the way. Perfect defending from him. And he really does well to prevent Johanna Paulino CC from tapping a goal. It's a corner kick to JAMUS FC. We're inside 6 minutes already into the second 45. It's a corner kick to the Juba Bezi side. It will be our first win probably for Gian, who is the new head coach of JAMUS FC, and this is his first game. Marco Simon, won back by the Hunters. Dio drives into the right. Free kick to Hunters. Yellow card goes to yellow card goes to Malis. That's Malis Manasi. It's a yellow card to Malis Manasi because he's really frustrated. He's saying, "What have I done?" But Dio will have a last one here probably. And they get a goal to make it 2-2. Too much from Dio to Victor. And there's a final warning given to Majak. I think probably due to time wasting. Umar Wate to Johanna Paulino CC versus Isaac Friday 1-on-1. Back to Umar, cleared by Isaac. Well, it will be throw in to JAMUS FC. Free kick. Throw in, I think, probably wrong throw from the JAMUS side, and it will be this time around for Lion Hunters FC. Taken into the far line, headed by Marco. Johanna Paulino Sisi. Still kept alive. Johanna wins it back easily. Simon to the left. Cleared out by Isaac. Friday to be a throw-in for JAMUS yet again. Hunters. Corner kick to JAMUS. Well, JAMUS are looking forward to picking probably their 5th win in the competition, but of course they had 2 draws, I think, in the competition. They had a draw against Halal FC of Wow, and actually they had a draw against Wajuma. That's JAMUS FC. Marco takes it into the forbidden area. Too much, and this will be a work for Guy. Guy is telling the Hunters players to get into the forbidden area of JAMUS. He keeps on moving. Umar Wate. What a pass from Umar Wate to Tito Lokir. And of course, Tito Lokir driving down on the right, looking for his space. And of course, gives it to Umar. Defended by Anton perfectly for Hunters. Thomas for JAMUS. Lokir Tito. Back to Thomas. Tito Lokir still. But Moses Maker gets there first to be a free kick to Hunters. Isaac Alex takes a long one. And of course, I had one there. Majak involved, and he's having a bit of a few seconds before starting it. Remember, not really far for us to end this game already. And of course, center referee is really aware of that. Tito Lokir looking to Johanna Paulino Sisi. And of course, what a pass from Sisi, and of course finds Mr. Simon Gudo. Deflected, and it will be a corner kick to JAMUS FC. That will be probably the last chance, and one player for the Hunters is still down and all about. Probably him receiving a bit of a treatment, but of course he's back. Well, as the referee ends actually the game, I think, just like that, without the corner kick being taken for JAMUS FC. Otherwise, first goal came from Mr. Adil Mohammed. That was at halftime. And don't forget, Victor also was sent off as the goalkeeper of JAMUS FC. Initially in the second half, the starting of the second half, Victor was actually given a red card, and Isaac Friday tapped it in and scored from the spot to make it 1-1. Otherwise, also a very good work done by Adil Mohammed yet again in the second half, and of course talking about within a good moment of time, the crucial one, and the Sebito, of course, has scored the own goal to make it 2-1 for JAMUS FC. Otherwise, the Hunters also had a moment probably of brilliance, especially up front. But all in all, it all ended in a bye. Full time, JAMUS FC 2, Lion Hunters FC 1. Thank you so much. We'll meet tomorrow. And of course, I'm called Alaf Jonathan.